For me, to be honest, it's never fun. The only time it's fun for me when I cash my check.
My strategy for this fight is to keep the fighting stand-up. I can use my karate. I have a lot of combination. I have my punch, and I can hit in his face.
What's up, everyone? This is Brett.
And Sohinki
from Mahalo Games, and here we are again with our fight predictions for UFC 123, Machida versus Rampage.
You know, this is a handful for Rampage in this fight. Machida, definitely a much better striker. It's actually going to be an interesting matchup. I kind of see the fight being a little boring, seeing as they're both counter-punchers. Machida really likes to evade and then move in. Rampage, you know, he'll sometimes come forward, but he's mainly a counter-puncher.
Yeah, I see this being a slow fight in the beginning. They're both going to feel each other out for the good amount of the first round. But, yeah, I think Machida's going to be pushing the action a little more. He's a little more eager to prove himself after losing the title to Shogun the last time around.
I'm not sure that I agree 100%. I think that he might be a little tentative because of the way he got smashed in the Shogun fight. Once again, Machida, he's really a counterpuncher. When he started to come forward and be the aggressor, yeah, he was winning the fight, but he was out of his comfort zone. And I think he's going to sort of want to get back to the game plan that he had, and that was sort of luring his opponents into his trap and then counterpunching at the perfect moments.
That's true, but Rampage doesn't have the same striking ability that Shogun has, and I think he'll have a little harder time catching Machida with a punch like Shogun did that ended Machida's undefeated streak.
Agreed. Rampage, though, you can never count him out. His punches are absolute bombs, and if Machida gets caught coming in, like Chuck Liddell did, then you know, Machida will go to sleep, as we saw. You know, a lot of people thought that Machida was unbeatable before Shogun caught him, and as we see, he's very human.
A big part of Rampage's game plan are the slams. I think that's going to be hard for him this time around because Machida is so elusive, as Joe Rogan likes to say very often, and he's going to have a hard time getting his hands on Machida. What do you think about that as a wrinkle in his game plan?
I agree. I don't think there's going to... I mean, it depends what his training camp is like and what his corner is going to be telling him. Rampage could easily come out and try to grapple with him. I think that'll end badly for him because he'll get caught coming in, reaching for the clinch. But yeah, if Rampage manages to clinch up with Machida, it could be very interesting.
Yeah, it'll throw Machida off his game plan of trying to stay outside the reach and just dart in and get a few strikes in and get back out. It'll be interesting to see, to say the least.
The other thing to consider is that, especially after last fight, you know, people calling Rampage really Hollywood and like he's kind of slacking off. He doesn't really have his heart in the UFC anymore. Rampage could be eager to prove himself, especially after that disappointing loss to Rashad Evans his last fight.
Let's just hope he comes into this fight in much better shape than he did against Rashad Evans, because he did not look impressive in that fight. He gassed very early, and that cost him the fight.
I think this fight is pretty clear. I think it's going to be a knockout from Machida. I think it's probably going to stay standing. Machida's not really going to go for any takedowns. Rampage may try to come in and clinch up or take him down, but I think ultimately Machida is going to be elusive and be able to stop that. I see knockout from Lyoto Machida round 2 early.
I'm going to say TKO or knockout in round 3. I think it's going to go a little longer than you expect and a lot slower. Machida's going to take his time getting Rampage in a spot where he feels that he can take him out. Oh, you want to change your mind?
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's a pretty obvious decision here. I think Machida going to win by knockout. Ultimately, Machida's going to get the knockout.
Yeah, I think this is just a terrible fight for Rampage. Machida's made his entire career taking out people with his sort of skill set, and I think it'll show itself in this fight again.
Agreed.
So everybody, thanks for watching. This has been our predictions for UFC 123, Machida versus Rampage. Please don't forget to rate, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you next time. Or this can happen.
Yeah.